What a moment this is. Rafa Nadal leaving Philippe Chatrier. Is it the last time? That's the question. Was this the last time we've actually heard him during an interview on Philippe Chatrier? He's lost in 3 sets against Sasha Zverev. It was a great performance from the German, but there's lots to talk about. Of course, Timmy is here. And our team from onside, Alex and Mats, I mean, we all have goosebumps probably now because this is a special moment to actually witness that. Alex, I have to start with you. This is so historical. What are your emotions? What are your feelings at the moment? I see red eyes.
They're deep, I have to say they're deep, because, you know, since I retired from tennis and I've been commentating tennis, I've been following Rafa's career, I've been talking to him on interviews, you know, I joined him on Davis Cup, you know, I've been very close to him, and every time he's been so humble, so nice, so respectful, you know, and the epic, the desire that he brings into the game, into the booth, into the people, it brings to me as well. So I have, like, yeah, part of my past and my present is gone, you know, so it's amazing. I'm so proud and so grateful for these moments, but of course we will move on. But losing Rafa in the tennis world, it's for me like a big loss, I would say.
Yeah, Alex, I'm interested. I mean, you're talking about the big loss and we're now looking in the past, but listening to his speech on the court, I mean, he left the door a little bit open.
Yeah.
We think there's a chance he could be back?
Well, you know what, Tim? The funny thing was, I spoke with him a couple of months ago, and he was almost sure that he has no chance to come back. But then a week ago, a few days ago, when I spoke with him, he told me, you know what, Alex? It is the first time after almost 2 years that I had no pain practicing here at Roland Garros during the week before. I feel so good on the court. I feel competitive. I feel like my tennis is growing. So I don't see the reason why I shouldn't come back. I want to give the chance to be back at least one more time. But I need to see, the way I play. If I play awful, terrible against Zverev, maybe I would say I'm not coming back. But the way he played, I believe he might think about it. Why not coming back?
Alex, thank you so much. I know that you are joining our Spanish colleagues. We'll catch up with you later. But Mats, you are here. Mats, what are your emotions? And when he actually said, Rafa Nadal, hey, I'm going to come and play the Olympics, I want to be part of it. That's a good sign as well that we will see more of him, and especially the fans in Paris, we will see more of him.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, obviously, the Olympics is huge, and for him to have a chance to come and play 2 out of 3 sets here on Philippe Chatrier is amazing, and it could be an incredible end to his career. But I agree with Alex. I think Rafa, he's too competitive. He's playing too good. I mean, he beats most probably 90% of the draw today. There's only a few guys that beat him when he's playing this well, and Zverev, that's the worst opponent possible. Worse than playing Novak in the first round, worse than playing Carlos Alcaraz, because he's tall and he couldn't really hurt him. And the circumstances are terrible for Rafa. Indoors, it's cold outside, it's wet in the air, the tennis ball didn't travel at all. So I think all that, and then still being so close, I think it's all positive for Rafa. So with that passion, why not? Why not keep going? Because obviously he knows how to win big matches on this court, even when he's 38, 39.
Mats, let's talk a little bit about the atmosphere. I mean, you've been there, you've witnessed it live. People were chanting the whole time. There were standing ovations so many times. We saw legends in the stands, the likes of Novak Djokovic, Iga Swiatek, and also Carlos Alcaraz, many more. And the president of the Spanish Tennis Federation. It's just been unreal and incredible.
It has been unbelievable, and I was sitting actually looking into what we call the royal box, but the VIP here, and yes, there's a lot of famous people. I mean, Rafa, I would say that he is not just important for tennis. He's so important and has been for sports in general, because I have a hard time finding another professional athlete that has played with or run with or whatever the sport is with more emotion emotion and more passion and more commitment than Rafa Nadal. I'm not sure that athlete exists, to be honest. So I think for sports in general, he's been so important for coaches, for parents. Look at Rafa. That's how you are supposed to behave. And when you behave like that, that means you've found your calling. So, I mean, it's an amazing moment. He's an unbelievable athlete, and he seems to be even a better person than a professional tennis player.
Tim, indeed, he's such a role model. And we talked about when we were watching the match, I can't remember a match where he was getting upset with himself. He was getting upset with somebody else. He's always been within himself and always focused on the present, on the moment and on the next point, which we know is so hard to do, nearly impossible.
Yeah, it is. And you know, I think that epitomizes you try to ingrain good habits. And the story goes that Uncle Tony, you know, said to him when he was a 6-year-old, you know, you try your best on every shot, on every point, and you run after every ball until it's bounced twice. And he obviously took that on board. And then when you've seen him play, you know, his professional career, there's been times when he's been frustrated with a shot or the umpire, but it's never affected him on the next point. And to me, that mental strength, that mental fortitude is just one of the, you know, greatest attributes in all of sport. And you know, to see him out there and, you know, playing with that passion and that belief that, you know, he could still, you know, pull off another amazing victory on this court was, I think, so special for everybody to see. And then to hear him talking and addressing the crowd, which have been, you know, his crowd, even though he's Spanish playing in France, I think the support that he's had is absolutely incredible. And yeah, I personally, as a tennis fan, I would just love to see him back out there. You know, whether that's the Olympics or whether it's, you know, one more time in Roland Garros, perhaps with a little bit more of a favourable draw, because I still think, you know, Rafa Nadal could do some damage.
I think he still has some left in the tank.